Welcome to That Pony Show, the weekly show where we make fun of that pony show that we all love to watch and view. This week we are talking about the Crusaders for the Lost Mark, the latest episode in My Little Pony, where the Cutie Mark Crusaders help Diamond Tiara do things. This week, our show consists of myself, Mummified Thunderbirds. This week I'm joined by
Commander Sparkle,
Meti Bobo,
and Smooth Sailing.
So, it's unfortunate because this episode is a 1 versus 3 divide here on like it and hate it, so to speak, and I really did not like this episode. I found it to be quite cliche and vindication or justification for a character we all hate and agree that we all hate to be loved, along with tied in with some shoehorned resolution to a character arc.
That shoehorned resolution that comes from multiple episodes of character development.
That then shows a character like a Cutie Mark or a special talent that never once has been like, oh yeah, this is totally their thing.
Yeah, because being very obvious about it is a bad idea, and it would have been really stupid if they all got their assumed fanon fucking Cutie Marks, because, you know, I want to watch 3 more episodes of the CMC all getting separate Cutie Marks in singing, art, and sports, because that'd be fucking interesting, because everyone hasn't fucking called that already.
Well, just because people have called it, though, doesn't mean the fact that it's not wanted or justified. It's like you hinted, or not you, Meti Bobo, but you as in, like, the show has hinted forever ago that it's like, hey, they're really good at doing this other thing, so why not make...
Yeah, because you can be good at multiple things.
I was going to say, I'm really good at plenty of things that I wouldn't call my special talent, quote-unquote. It's called being a well-rounded character who actually has things that like hobbies that they're good at. You can be you can enjoy doing art and be good at art.
It's called not being one-dimensional. It's not being one-dimensional.
And I get
with your
that.
Character growth.
I get that, though, but it seems like such... It's hard. It doesn't feel right, though. It feels like it was just something like, let's put this in real quick. Like, it comes out of literally nowhere that this is going to be them finding their special talent.
Because that's how special talents are found. Like, literally every time we've seen one found in the show.
Yeah, also, the fact with they've actually been helping out others. They freaking said it when they got it. We've been helping out others for freaking ever. You know, maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe this is what we're here for.
Maybe, and even if it isn't, who cares? Because this is
and then
what
that
we're good at.
freaking blown minds that we all got when freaking, oh wait, they have actually been doing that.
Blown minds.
That wasn't
is an
just
overstatement.
them, that was us too.
It's an overstatement, in my opinion.
Are you kidding me?
Overstatement. This didn't blow my mind. It felt like something like they were
you just disagree with it.
Did you notice?
No, I disagree with it because it's a fucking dumb concept. It's like, why is this it? Why is this the concept that they have to do? I don't know.
Why
Literally,
do you dislike
anything else is better than what they did here. It was like, this random bullshit thing that they just so happen to do because it's what they happen to do.
You mean the most perfect setup? You mean the most perfect setup? The person who's been tormenting their entire life, they decide to throw everything away and start anew with them? They help them discover their actual special... No, it's not a different topic because it ties directly into their special talent.
That's the entire reason why they're doing this at all.
Okay,
yeah, that's the entire reason why they got the
to complain about, though. Because this is such a bullshit, cliched topic or storyline. Oh, okay, here's a character we've all hated for 5 seasons to be the little shit that we all fucking agree that we all hate, and all are like, oh yes, she is a bitch, and then we all hate her. Guess what? We start this episode with her being a bitch. Oh, maybe we should follow it. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, let's follow her all the way to her home. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, look, it's her mom. Don't you fucking do it. Hey, Diamond Tiara, you're being a little shit. You shouldn't be a little shit. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. Fucking they did it. How many times in media do we watch the same fucking thing? A character we all hate, all agree that sucks, is like, she's actually on the receiving end of something like this.
It's almost like
Maybe
it's realistic or something.
Life works. Maybe people sometimes suck because they've had a situation where they're forced by like their surroundings to be a shitty person because that's how they're raised, even though because they literally can't do anything else.
Let's see, the only maternal figure in her life.
She is stuck living like this, and like I just can't even.
And her
also real quick, that similar situation we learned from Babs Seed.
Yeah.
But Babs Seed was different. She started.
No, Babs Seed is different
They
because
forced
she's
it.
new.
Exactly.
That's stupid.
We didn't have
though.
it bad.
What about
it contained in
what
one
about
episode.
characters having a three-dimensional, well-rounded character? If you can make it so a character who I fucking hate, I can come to an understanding where I think that character is well thought out and more well-rounded, then appreciate them as a character. That's a good thing.
Now, maybe her face turn at the end, I'll agree with you, was a little rushed, but it's also a 20-minute episode.
This was like Magical Mystery Cure in a way.
And they did it in a musical style, meaning
the only way
musicals allow progression
Oddly
of time.
paced, badly timed, weird fucking songs that don't feel real or genuine to any of these characters.
Fucking Diamond Tiara's song was fantastic.
Fucking all these songs I felt were like, oh, we're having a song. Oh, we're having another song. Ah, goddammit, we're having another fucking song. Great.
Musical.
Well, when the show starts with a song, you should expect multiple songs to the episode. I was a little caught off guard right away. I was like, oh, it's probably going to be a musical episode then. If
so
we're
then what
starting
you're
with a
saying
fucking
is
song.
that you are now conditioned to the point that it's like, oh, we're going to have a song within the first 2 minutes. Oh, great. Now we're going to be, something is going to be game-changing, and something is completely going to flip everything we know about it. It's like, oh, great. Oh, 5 minutes and we're into a song. Oh, well, something's completely going to be changed about the entire world of Equestria.
Storytelling.
Yeah, but it's also called bad storytelling as
How
well.
is it bad storytelling?
Because they're using songs to conduct the narrative that is such...
Because they literally...
Wait. Real quick. Using songs to get things moving is bad?
No,
it's the
what
quickest...
they're trying to get moving is
what
bad.
exactly do you mean by that?
I mean the fact that there's the same thing I was saying before. Oh, we got our cutie marks, which was dumb. Oh, Diamond Tiara is bad, which is dumb. The best
What does
thing,
that have to do with the music?
That's not... I'm not saying the music is bad. I'm saying what the music is trying to tell us.
You just
is
said
bad.
the music was bad.
The bad part about the music is the fact of what it's trying to convey, which is dumb.
You literally said you didn't
So
like
not
the
at
music.
all about the music,
You said you
then.
didn't like the songs.
The songs because of what they're trying to convey. The tone and like the lyrics and the way that was created was perfectly fine.
So you're not going against the songs at all. You're going against the premise existence of the entire episode. Therefore, arguing against the songs is completely pointless.
The songs were okay. As individual little songs, I was like, okay, maybe they're good. They're well written, they're whatever. But the fact that we always use songs to say, oh, Twilight's getting magical wings in this one. Oh, the Cutie Marks are getting the Cutie Mark Crusaders are getting their Cutie Marks this episode. What's next? The whole, Dash is finally introduced into the actual Wonderbolts to be an actual thing. Oh, alright, 5 minutes in and it's Rainbow Dash singing. Oh, guess what she's gonna do in this episode? That's what I'm saying.
But
it's
I didn't feel like that at all.
Okay.
When I was watching this episode, all I knew was, oh, this is probably going to be a musical. I didn't know anything else about that. I didn't even know it was going to be a Diamond fucking Tiara episode. In fact, when they introduced Little Pip right away, or not Little Pip, excuse me, fucking Pipsqueak right away, I felt like Pipsqueak was going to be the villain of the episode. Also, I fucking hate Pipsqueak.
I like Pipsqueak, and I thought that this was actually a cool, interesting turn on the whole, oh, I'm trying to run for class debate, blah, 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 storyline.
Fucking tanks the entire economy.
Well, he doesn't tank it. He presses hard to get the right thing that everybody else wants.
I know. I'm mainly making fun of Pip at this point. I'm not. I don't actually mean
Pip.
Yeah, I am. Thanks, Obama.
They're not making fun of Pip.
No, he is. Meti is making fun of Pip. Meti.
I swear he said they.
No.
But the point is that this actually seemed like something different and a turn of the whole, oh, I'm running for class president storyline that we all have seen 1,000 times in Disney Channel movies.
I've only...
Yeah, because it was realistic.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the episode.
Not like the rest of the episode. That was the only real
Like
thing
the
to
rest
it.
of
What
the
do you
episode,
think that-
except
do you
for the
think
very
that-
rushed ending.
Do you think that every
That's
single
it.
character who's like kind of acts like a bitch is literally just like that for no reason?
Well,
Do you think that everyone is just this blank,
think-
fucking vapid, one-dimensional like slate for us to
Okay.
just blindly hate?
okay. Tying it back to one of Meti's favorite all-time bitch characters, Sunset Shimmer. She was a bitch because she was a bitch. Because
she was a bitch because she was Celestia's #1 student, and she was using her magic in the wrong type of way, and that made her upset, and that made her flee from Equestria. There are reasons why Sunset Shimmer is a bad guy.
And then she understood,
And
then
then-
she realized and understood friendship.
Then you show up in a human world where you still have magic to do anything. What is one of the longest one terms? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Oh, and hey, look, here's an image of her becoming insane with power as she's becoming the prom queen every year. It's almost like absolute power corrupts absolutely.
But it's one of the things that the most hated, most like, what the fuck really moments of the first Equestria Girls movie was the, hey, I didn't know any other way. I didn't know how to actually use friendship, because that's the most shoehorned bullshit answer. It's
Okay, then you must hate every ending of this series. Because the power of friendship is literally a harnessable energy source in this universe.
Or
It's
the
actu-
power of absolute true love, Chrysalis.
Like everything in the My Little Pony universe is a little bit different than how it is in our universe, because using friendship and actually having friends does actually make you more physically powerful.
I'm just sick and tired of...
psychologically.
No, not just psychologically. Twilight became an alicorn because of her friends, literally making her physically stronger.
I don't think
Slightly
it's physically,
different
but
in that
magically
case,
stronger, I
but-
think, in my opinion. But I'm just saying is that I'm sick and tired of writers having to shoehorn some arbitrary parental reason why school bullies have to be assholes. Like, if you're going to make an asshole character, stick to your guns and make them an asshole character because, I don't know, putting people down feels good. Not because putting people down makes me feel good, and this is the only reason I can be good because of some other arbitrary reason at home that my parents put me down, so I have to then put other people down. I'm sick and tired of this whole shit rolls downhill mentality storytelling.
But that's exactly how life works.
Yeah! And it doesn't always have to be. It's like, okay, great, you're imitating real life. Great.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Guess what? We've
Let's
had villains
move
who
on
have
to
just
something
been
else.
shit.
Show
We've
that
had villains who have
every
just
other
been
person
shit.
teach lessons.
And guess
get
what?
that.
The last time we've had a villain who was just a complete shit, someone who's just completely evil, the entire fandom fucking hated him. His name is King Sombra. Fuck you.
No, Sombra was actually an evil force that people could understand and be like, oh, great, he wants to enslave
Everyone
everybody.
hated him.
I love Sombra because he didn't have to have some arbitrary reason of
Are you everyone?
why he ever is like, oh, I'm going to enslave these ponies because of X reason. We kept him nebulous concept because that way we could be like,
Yeah, Diamond Tiara's not a
we don't
nebulous
know why.
concept. She's a fucking character.
I never
She's,
said she
No,
was.
I know, but
And she's technically like
But my
13,
point is that
8? I don't know.
it's a very different, like sort of thing. Like, people, maybe this show wants to teach about the inherent goodness of people, and the fact that not everyone, like, even people who act like assholes can actually be good people.
Then
It's
what
a
the
fucking
fuck does that
happy show.
accomplish?
This is a happy, fucking, good-feeling show, and they want to portray a positive message to children.
And I... Fuck.
Do
Fuck you and your whole life.
Do you
Oh,
understand
it's because it's meant... No, it's because you're then using a stupid concept of it's meant for children, so we have to make it happy. And that just, like...
What if people
Fuck.
relate with Diamond Tiara?
Great.
Yeah.
Relate with Diamond Tiara. Ignore my opinion.
Yes,
Call me shit.
relate in the fact that she can, grow from what she is and become someone better.
I'm also glad that it wasn't Filthy Rich, who has been demonstrated in the past to not actually be a bad guy, to be the bad guy this episode. They actually had to introduce her other parent, because Filthy Rich has been demonstrated to be a good person in a sense.
And that actually raised another point in me. If Filthy Rich is so, like, grounded and being like, oh, Diamond Tiara, you need to be nicer to people, blah, 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 you better go help those people. Then why the fuck does he have such a bitch of a wife?
What?
Two parents raise children in different ways sometimes.
Like, and he doesn't notice these things? Is he that removed from her life?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
That's a possibility.
He can write her off
However,
a check to make a fucking statue or a park for nothing. It's probably meant nothing to him. He was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, whatever. It's done. They're gonna have whatever. Here's 10,000 bits. Go rebuild a park. I don't care what you do with the money. I have to go do more business.
Okay. Well, there's got to be more to this episode than just Diamond Tiara having some arbitrary stupid thing and a cutie mark. So is there anything else you guys have any points or whatever about this episode that you liked or didn't like?
Well, I mean...
yes. That this was the best and worst and only Diamond Tiara episode ever. I give it an okay out of 10, and I think some other things happened, but they don't matter.
Like other things in general.
I feel like the sporadic cutie marks were a great idea because no one saw them coming, and that is what made them so much more special. The only complaint I have about them is they look terrible on all of their designs.
Let's put a tack in that idea for a second. Commander, any other ideas, thoughts on that? Anything from the episode that we haven't talked about?
Anything that we haven't talked about? I mean, not particularly. I mean, I have strong feelings that I can keep making arguments for why it was good, but I mean, since we apparently don't want to talk about that anymore, no.
I'm not. It's not the fact that I don't want to talk about it. I would love to keep talking about it, but I want to make sure that everybody
gets
just
the fact that it's only arguing and bickering.
Well, yeah,
I want to make sure that people have chance
solved.
for other topics of the show, because this episode was more than just 2 points, and if anybody happens to know of any other 2 points, they have the opportunity to voice those opinions.
Oh yeah, Pip will bankrupt the school.
I don't think
he was already bankrupt.
Yes, he's gonna make him worse.
But at least he would allocate the funds better than Diamond Tiara. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
Diamond Tiara wouldn't have to allocate the funds. She would just get it from her fucking dad.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, what funds was she gonna get? She was just gonna go, "Hey, Dad, here's the thing I want for the statue. Now just make it for the park."
Literally, they were bringing it to the school. they were already doing it.
Yeah, it's already spent. No more. Anyway, Meti, I want to touch on the idea of the actual cutie marks themselves, then, because you brought up a point that I actually agree with.
Yeah, the only issue I had with the episode is the cutie marks just look bad.
Yeah, they look fucking terrible.
I think.
Okay, not terrible.
I think that.
What do you mean they look?
I think
bad?
the colors.
I mean, I don't think the colors
that's the main
fit
thing
with the theme of the. I mean, the idea behind it. The ideas behind the cutie marks and like the design themselves look good. If only the colors weren't. So
the colors that they all have from their mains. Each one of them is a color from one of their mains. The cutie marks that they all share that go together. They kind of look weird. But that's the entire point because it's all of them.
Like I said,
it's
I
what
don't
they
mind
share. It brings them together. It's their destiny.
I don't mind the thoughts behind it. I just don't like the colors themselves. I mean, I can understand why they're like that. And I mean, I like also little bits of extra detail in there with the lightning bolt and the wing, the music note and the star, and then the heart and the apple. Because, as we all know, Apple Bloom would have been disowned if there wasn't an apple in her cutie mark.
This is true. And I think that I agree with Meti on the fact that their cutie marks look off and wrong because they're trying to make a cutie mark that fits the aesthetic of 3 separate ponies all into one. When it should have been just, basically, if they got their own cutie marks for their own special talents, they would have had a better aesthetically fitting cutie mark, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it would also have been 3 more episodes of boring waiting.
And also would have been,
it never had to be 3
you guys are
episodes
friends and all, and yeah.
Okay, first off...
that entire...
Okay, you finish.
That entire thing about, I really hope that we all get our cutie marks at the same time. We've been a driving force of togetherness and camaraderie through the entirety of our run through the show. But, man, let's just separate it, screw it, and let's all have different things,
Yeah, and then break
let's
off
not
and
have
destroy
meaning
exactly
to our
what
friendship at all in the
our
slightest.
special talent is.
Ooh.
They've had episodes before, like 2 episodes that are supposed to be taking part at the exact same time. So why can't we just possibly, maybe, this might be a weird concept, have 3 episodes that are going on at literally the exact same time?
because that would have been a boring waste of 3 episodes.
Or possibly
True.
have an episode that has 3 separate stories going on at the exact same time.
Also, can you play 3 episodes on the 5th anniversary of My Little Pony?
No, and
Because that's why they did this. If you don't realize that.
I realize that, but that's a dumb thing to pull off. Then
I disagree that it's a dumb thing to do. I think that it's sort of it's sort of celebrating
time to do it.
a conclusion of something that a lot of people literally didn't think was ever going to get resolved. I thought that it was nice for them to have that conclusion. Also, though, for your ideas about the episodes, so one, I agree with Meti about not wanting to have to sit through the 3 episodes. But if you did the one episode with all 3 of them, you said the pacing was bad on this? Do you know how bad the pacing would be on that?
Well, we've had
it would be
episodes
even worse than Magical Mystery Cure.
We've had episodes before that have had multiple points or directions or individual storylines going on in at the same time, and they have worked, though.
Yes,
do
you realize how
different characters that would make sense?
Also, 3 how minuscule of stories that would be in comparison.
Yeah,
it's probably about more time given to those storylines than the 3 minutes that they gave to them actually receiving their cutie marks.
Oh, because we've had 4 seasons of development for that.
You've had 4 episodes of their development. Don't say 4 seasons because it's not the Cutie or Crusaders show. It's the main 6 show.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, but it's also still been 4 seasons.
It's been 4 episodes.
It's also been them doing those in the background and every time we freaking see them, basically.
Yeah, lingering thoughts.
Which is throughout 5 seasons.
True.
Yeah, I'd say that, actually. I'd agree with you on that one. 5 seasons rather than 4. But anyway, I don't know.
I can't even understand how, I'm trying to understand your point of view and find a way that I can try to convince you, but I just don't get where you're coming from even for most of this.
Then let me explain my thought process for this entire episode. Oh, great. Another bullshit archetype storyline that we're being trudged through.
Okay, why do you start out that way?
Because it's the fact that it's like, Diamond Tiara is being a bitch. Great. I like Diamond Tiara being a bitch. She's a bitchy character. Then it's like, we better go follow Diamond Tiara for whatever the fuck reason. I don't know. I haven't watched the episode in 5 days. And then finally, she's got problems at home. Oh, I know where this is going. Oh no, I know where this is going. Great. I knew where this was going. And then this thing, cliche ending that comes out of completely left field. That has no purpose of being there. That's my entire summation of this episode.
I just disagree with the way I disagree with the way you view every instance.
And that's perfectly fine.
Don't forget about the fact that during the episode that Diamond Tiara, for the most of that entire song that she was going through, was going to rat out Pipsqueak.
Oh,
she was going to continue to be an asshole.
Actually rat them out? No way. What would that accomplish?
Man.
I was sitting there thinking...
Yeah, she was going to. That's the reason why she was
absolutely going to.
Totally.
And
guess what?
Go over
she changed her mind.
Or do I go... Yeah, because freaking...
She had an epiphany.
Yeah, she stuck it to her mother.
Because everybody has an epiphany. Literally anybody who's like, nope, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Great, you're going to go do that.
Are the point of the show.
It's literally Meti getting pissed off about plot in wrestling is the exact same thing here. It's so predictable.
Wait. Whoa, no.
If it's
I'm
good,
gonna contest you there. That's the only reason to watch wrestling.
Yeah, if it's a good story, even if it's predictable, it's still a good story. Guess what? The storyline of Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30 was predictable. It was very predictable. It was still fantastic and one of the best WrestleManias ever.
But then why would you want to watch that shit? Why the fuck would you want to watch something
you know? It's about the journey and how they get there.
I would rather go on a journey that is different and amazing and takes me for a... Wait, what?
Then fucking watch a different show. You're watching My Little Fucking Pony.
No, but that has never been the case for this show. That has never been the case.
What? Are you serious right now?
I have had many occasions where I'm like, That's
Are
that's
you
weird.
5?
No. Hold on. There has been deeper meaning behind.
Were you
these episodes.
surprised when Babseed was actually a good person?
No.
Mummified, do you want a treat?
No, but I'm saying, though, is that there are times where they haven't been like, oh, we're going to go this way because literally every other fucking storyline that has ever tackled this issue has gone this storyline. Well, better go down this damn trail that literally every other show has tackled, and they've actually been other directions with this.
They do that all the time.
No, but they also do it not that every time. They didn't do that with fucking, the Flutter Bat episode, the Vampire Bat. It was like, oh, it's great. This is going to be an episode where they just sit there and divide their sides and be like, oh, these 3 are going to be pro. These 3 are going to be against. Let's have them bash it out. Wait, hold on. No, they're all against her? Wait, she's turning into a vampire? Where the hell is this coming from? Literally,
yeah, and then they also completely destroyed Fluttershy's character.
Ever. Just as, okay, there's a debate, there's going to be sides. No, she's turning into a monster and she does this. Completely different.
I couldn't think of things off the top of my head, but I can believe that there's plenty of things that have actually done stories like that.
I'm pretty sure they did something like that, earlier in the show, with the Parasprites.
Yeah, no one was paying attention to Pinky then. Pinky was trying to solve the issue, and everyone wasn't paying any of mind. They were trying to figure the issue out on their own. Everyone was against Pinky in that episode.
But that storyline hasn't been trotted out a billion times in media.
They've done that in their own show before. That's how you know it's cliche.
Yeah, someone not believing someone when they tell them how to fix the problem when they're the expert at the problem.
She never said that, though. She just said, hey, this is what we need. Why? Because. Because why? Because reasons. It's dumb. It's stupid. I personally hate it. I will never, ever fucking watch this episode, and I will never accept these cutie marks being the thing.
I completely disagree with every single point of your analysis of this episode, and think that I don't know whether you're just I understand, you don't like cliches and things like that. I think that there are a ton of cliches in My Little Pony, so I kind of disagree with that in this context. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to just spend this entire time shitting on you. I really try not to. I'm trying to just argue for my points on how I've seen the episode.
Can we talk about how cool dude Filthy Rich is?
Yeah, he's pretty chill dude. He's like, hey, you want this? Okay, here.
You want a hey Mummified, you want a character who breaks stereotype? How about the rich man who isn't an asshole?
Great, wonderful. Go talk to Richie Rich's father, a character that wasn't fucking an asshole. Or talk to the Sultan. He wasn't an asshole.
Okay, so it's a cliche then.
No, I'm just saying that this is an arbitrary argument that you're trying to make for no fucking reason. It's like, okay, let's just talk about...
argument we've been making on this episode.
It's all semantics. It's been cut out of the episode. Great. So we're just going to say the and nothing matters. It's like, great. Let's toad up Filthy Rich for not being an asshole. He's not particularly great either.
Yeah. He's not. He's just a normal person living his life. He has
a
shit
normal,
to do.
very rich person.
Okay, yeah.
He's very wealthy life.
More rich than you can possibly imagine.
Okay, sorry.
I wouldn't say that rich.
You know, it's funny. He even dreams of money.
It's true. He does.
He dreams of being a super-powered money man.
Anyway. So, this has been us talking about Crusaders of the Lost Mark, written by Amy Keaton Rogers, which, by the way, is now officially my least favorite Amy Keaton Rogers episode.
What else has she done?
She's done some other things.
Didn't she do that one Pinkie Pie episode that everyone was like is the greatest episode
Pinkie
ever?
Pride?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can finally understand why people think she's such a great writer.
Yeah.
Amy Keaton Rogers got
This
the
one
actual...
wasn't my favorite of hers, but Pinkie Pride isn't going to get beaten anytime soon.
Yeah.
So... And think, guys, we only have one more episode of her ever.
Really?
Yep, because she's not on season 6.
Oh. Well, I also feel bad for her because she's going to get all the hate from the people who hate the idea of them getting their cutie marks.
Fuck them.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's just kind of like how M.A. Larson keeps getting nailed with the Alicorn thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what the fuck? MLP Wiki, why aren't you giving me this shit? So, some of the few that I've seen, she wrote Ticketmaster, Pinky's Gala Fantasy Song, Evil Enchantress, Smile Song, Best Night Ever.
Episodes.
She got, like... She made most of the songs.
Yeah, a lot of songs.
Yeah, if there was an episode that had
a small song,
substantial amount of well-known
songs, it makes
songs.
sense that she did a musical.
Well, yeah, but
she's done musical episodes before, like Pinky Pride.
And songs that have been 1,000 times better.
That one is like
yes.
It's at least 2/3 music. At least.
Is it
really?
Like I don't remember it being
music.
2/3 music. I remember the polka.
I don't think 2/3, but it has like 6 songs in it.
Wow,
yeah.
I did not.
And Magical Mystery Cure had 7.
Did she write that? I thought.
I'm just gonna do a quick thing because I know there's a video of all the songs in Pinky Pride, and I'll see how long it is, and then compare that to the length of an episode.
Which is like 23
minutes.
to...
Okay, it's about half songs.
Really? That one did not feel like a musical?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was well written.
Because it was paced pretty well.
Yeah.
Also,
one, I guess
the polka
which means
was
you can do better! That was admittedly just trying to get your goat.
I mean, like, feeling like a musical isn't a bad thing either. I'm just saying.
There are musicals out there that I absolutely fucking love, too. And I will agree with you on that.
I mean, like, this episode wasn't Magical Mystery Cure bad of rushed musical.
Yeah. I just felt like the musical numbers in this one weren't very lustrous.
Yeah.
They're pretty lackluster in my opinion.
I feel like the only bad song from this episode
songs in
was
general.
the first one was the worst in my opinion. Like, when I heard it, I was like, I'm not going to listen to this ever again, and everything else kind of picked up from there.
I don't know. I felt like the chase one at the very end was pretty...
Are you kidding me? That's
I'm
my
gonna
favorite.
do a thing. No, don't do the thing. I'm gonna do it anyway, I guess.
That's my
but
favorite
then she ends
one
up
from
not
the show,
doing the
though.
thing.
I'm not a fan of those usually.
I love that.
It's
That
just
was
like,
really
okay.
cool, and I really like Diamond Tiara's singing voice.
I do.
Probably
Yeah,
something to do
I
with,
like her singing voice
Shang-Chi
too.
Ken.
I just wish she got a song that mattered at all in the slightest and said anything.
I
at
liked
all
her.
in
I liked the one
slightest.
that like after they found her when she was by herself. I like that song. It was really good.
It sounded nice.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, fuck Mudwife. That's what I'm calling her mom.
So, that, like I said, this one was Crusaders of the Lost Mark by Amy Kennedy Rogers. Next week, we're going to be taking a look at the one where Pinkie Pie Knows by G.M. Baru. Baru, whatever. Fucking, I don't care. I'm going to say Baru.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Either way,
Barrow is how it's usually.
I am allowed to be wrong, so I'm going to be wrong for the sake of wrapping this episode up. So, this has been everybody else being like, I like this episode, me being like, I don't like this episode, aka That Pony Show.
Are you kidding me? It's an okay episode.
Smooth is like on the fence / leaning towards not really liking it. He just disagreed with your reasoning and logic.
That's
Because it
great.
didn't make sense.
Thank you.
No, he's saying your logic and reasoning didn't make sense, not the episode.
Oh, well then no, thank you, Smooth. I do not want that. Anyway, this has been That Pony Show. We've been talking about Crusaders of the Lost Mark. My name is Mummified Thunderbirds. I've been joined by
Commander Sparkle.
Meti Bobo.
And smooth sailing.
and we'll see you all next time.